You can actually play as Luffy in Baldur's Gate 3, and he's not even the craziest character I made. I challenged myself to recreate some of the straw hats in Baldur's Gate, and some of these turned out way better than they should have. So let's jump in and start things off strong with the captain of our crew, Monkey D. Luffy, and this one was way harder than I expected. So I always start out by trying to pick a face that I think is a good match. I liked the bushy eyebrows and eyes on this for Luffy, and then I gave him a scar. It's a bit too long over his nose, but we're working with the options we have. And I love this curly hair for him, but we are going to get rid of it later. You'll find out why soon. And for his outfit, I'm looking for sleeveless vests and capri-length pants. And if you want to know how to get all these outfit options in your game, I'll link a video here that shows the outfit and dye mods I use the most. And avert your eyes, it's a wardrobe malfunction. Actually, we're about to have another one when I try and add his straw hat. His hair is clipping through the hat, so I pop back in the character creator and give him kind of a balding hairstyle. I dye the hat a straw colored yellow, and then for his outfit, I'm going for red, and then either like khaki or blue jean colored pants. And in all of my Baldurized shorts, I always say what I think I'd class the character. For Luffy, I said Way of the Open Hand Monk, but someone commented Path of the Giants Barbarian, and I thought that was pretty genius. And now our captain's build is complete, but honestly, Vivi might be my favorite build in this compilation. I was super excited to get to make the crew's princess, and I choose a face I think is gonna work, but I do end up changing this towards the end. Sometimes it just goes like that once you get all the other features set. I give her some regal earrings and makeup, and then make her hair that iconic blue color. For hairstyle, I'm looking for sort of an Ariana Grande high pony vibe. And once I find a base hairstyle I like, I combine it with a different set of bangs. This is something I do on a ton of my builds. And then I switch the face to one I think suits her better at the end here. And I have a video that goes over my top 5 favorite face mods in BG3. If you want to check it out, I'll link that here. And for her outfit, I'm going for either her Baroque Works look, where she's got this light green jacket over a blue tank top, or her white fur jacket look when they're all on Drum Island. And in her short, I said I'd class her as a College of Swords bard. Her weapons are hard to translate into the game, but then at least she can do her enchanting vertigo dance. But anime experts, drop in the comments how you'd class her. And with our princess complete, it's time to move on to the crew's swordsman, Roronoa Zoro, and he was all about getting the vibe right. Also, please don't ask me to say his name 3 times fast, because wow, I can barely do it once. Anyways, I find this face that I like and give him some light makeup just to enhance the eyelashes and match the lip tone better. And I give him a set of earrings. He has 3 earrings on 1 ear in the show, and I couldn't find an exact match for that, but this one does have 3 on 1 ear. And then I give him that iconic green hair and just pick a style that's kind of swept back and out of his face. Also, if you want any more in-depth tutorials on any of these characters or any of the characters I've made, just drop that in the comments. I'm more than happy to do that. I'll link an example of one I did for Freerun right here. Okay, but for Zoro's outfit, I'm just pulling a lot of piratey themed clothes. A lot of the lower city NPC outfits are great for this, and I go with a dark green and black color scheme. And for class, I think he's a battle master fighter, but is there a way to get him to use 3 swords? So our crew now has its swordsman. It's time to move on to creating our master chef, Sanji, which was a bit of a struggle, mostly because of his hair. He's just so specific about how he likes it styled. So I actually start with the same face we're using for Luffy, but I do change this later, don't worry. Also, if you're enjoying this compilation video, I have done a few other ones. I'll link one I did for Lord of the Rings characters here. But back to Sanji, here I'm just giving him a yellowish blonde hair color, and I look for a base hairstyle that has a part falling in the right place. And I combine this with a different set of bangs that has the right sort of swoopy eye-covered emo look he's got. And for his outfits, Sanji is a fancy boy, so I'm just looking for any sort of like button-ups or vests over a shirt, that sort of vibe. And then for color scheme, I'm going for either like a black and white tuxedo look or dark or light blues and grays, sort of just like a formal feel. And I gave him the fanciest shoes I could find, so you have something nice to look at before he kicks you in the face. And for his class, I said Way of the Open Hand Monk, but that's a lot of punching for a guy that just kicks. Is there something better? We can think about that as we move to the navigator of the crew, Nami. And the challenge with her was deciding what outfit to go with. I felt like there was a few good options. And you know the drill by now, I'm trying to find a face that's a good match for the actress that plays her. She has really big doe eyes and sort of an innocent look, so that's what I'm going for. I give her blue eyes and some makeup, try to match that lip tone, and then I give her that iconic red hair. Once I get a shade I'm happy with, I start looking for a base hairstyle with the right length, and then I pair that with different sets of bangs. And then for her outfit, like I said, we have tons of options because they actually change their clothes in this show, which I love. So I'm looking for either shorts or capris, and then tank tops or bikini tops. On my live builds on Twitch, I'm always looking at a reference photo, but I do also look up photos on my phone, so there's a lot to pull from. And I classed her as a rogue thief and way of open hand monk, but some people were saying storm sorcerer, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to manifest in the show. And if you made it this far in the video and you want to see more full builds or characters like this, I've got tutorials and a whole Baldurized series on my channel. Check it out. There's compilations and mod lists because we don't gatekeep. And as always, let me know what character or series you want to see get Baldurized next in the comments.